What is the deal with people? God. Alright, greetings everyone. This is RoninMac here, and I did make a vow with myself that I was going to stay off the internet this week and just enjoy other things that life has to offer, like reading and stuff. But then I got so irritated on my way home from work today that I was inspired to make a vlog, although it'll probably be a short one. So I drove home from work today and stopped to get gas, so I have gas to get to work for the rest of the week. Very exciting stuff. But when I got there was an old man who was apparently complaining about the coffee at the gas station. It wasn't warm enough for him, and he was being irate and rude and curmudgeonly. There was a line of like 12 people waiting to get rung through, purchase their soda pops or the gasoline and whatnot. But he just continued going on and on about how poor the coffee was. Now, I should have thought to take a photo of it, but there's like, I think there's like 8 different kinds of coffee they have there, and it was just the one pot that wasn't working. And of course the manager explained that to him, but he didn't care because he wanted just that one flavor, because the difference between a medium roast and a light roast is happiness, really. But he was just rude. He was rude to the cashier, he was rude to the manager, and he's rude to all the people that were waiting to check out, because the manager had to go, look at the coffee pots and research this serious problem. So he couldn't ring anybody out, and then there was just the one, kindly young lady cashier there left to ring everybody through. But finally, the old man got a free cup of coffee, so it was all worth our time. Anyway, as we progressed through, the manager started ringing and people were moving out, and I went through the young lady's line and I told her, I was like, I know the old man was crabby and he probably upset you, but you only had to deal with him for 5 minutes or so. He has to live with himself every day. What kind of drag would that be? I don't know. Some people are just hyper upset over small things and incredibly narcissistic, making 20 people wait so he can get his gas station coffee. I don't know, it's just weird stuff. I don't know what to say about it. That was my takeaway from it. The poor guy has to live like that every day of his life, probably. And having worked in retail, I know that if someone's that crabby over something small once, they probably are every time they come in. Not a good way to live. But I got what I needed and moved on with my life. Just something that impacted me about other people. I don't know. Why do you get so mad over a cup of coffee? Especially when there's 8 different flavors and only one pot's not working. And that's apparently the Ambrosia brew. The only one that'll do. I don't know. But like I said, I did vow to myself that I was going to take the week off the internet just to get digitally detached, do a little more reading, because I don't read enough, at least not books. I read on the internet, but it's not the same. So I have been reading this book. Probably won't be able to see it, but it's just Egypt, Greece, and Rome. It's about ancient civilizations of the Mediterranean, and I've had this book for probably 2 years, and I did thumb through it, but I haven't sat down and actually read it, and I'm about 60 pages into it right now, and I like it so far because it's not written hyper academically, so everything is so convoluted and complex you can't comprehend what they're saying. I enjoy that. If you can't explain something simply, in simple words, you probably don't know what you're talking about. At least that's my experience from reading, especially in college. Some of the texts that they have us go through are hyper educated sounding, but it's really nonsense when you get to brass tacks of it. What I don't like about it, at least so far, and I'm still in ancient Egypt. I haven't got to the Greek stuff or the Roman stuff, so I'm looking forward to that because I find all of this very interesting, at least how primitive these people lived and yet how thoroughly complex their lives were, how much they were able to accomplish with so little technology. And I think they all knew a lot more than maybe we give them credit for. But like I said, the one thing I don't like about it so far is some stuff is so interesting that you would really like more detail, but this book I think is more of a broad overview, so I may end up having to get a more detailed book on ancient Egypt to dive into some of the topics that they've covered so far. I will get into it. You guys may or may not even be interested in that. Things that are interesting and how little we actually know, especially when you look at ancient Egypt. All we really know is what you can glean from scattered archaeological remains and what they decided to write down. And I don't know what they wrote down versus what was actually going on can sometimes be a little hard to decipher because especially with a lot of the pharaohs and people of power, obviously they like to write down things that make them look good and maybe not actually the whole truth. So it's hard to know what was really going on back then, but it is interesting either way. Like I said, just history is amazing. I think it goes back a lot farther than even we know. That's all I got for this short little vlog post, just because that crabby old man irritated me on my way home and I had to vent a little bit. I just don't understand. He did get a free cup of coffee, so good on you for being crabby, making people feel bad and waiting for you. Good job, Chief. You won this round. Catch y'all later. Bye.